Hey guys, Indy here with Ultimate Tool Reviews. Well, I've been wanting to do this video for quite a while now, and I'm sure if you remember my previous video on the Milwaukee M18 Fuel Surge, I just cleaned that one up from eBay, got a really good deal on it. I used it a couple times in a few jobs, and I had an issue with it where the reverse switch stopped working. Took it in for a warranty, and it's been quite a few weeks here, I think almost 5 or 6 weeks. They got the part in, they got it fixed for me, so I got it picked up this morning from the repair center, and now I am good to go with my Milwaukee. So anyways, we're looking at 3 impact drivers here, and each of the impact drivers has a unique quality to them that makes them kind of out of the ordinary, not like a usual, run-of-the-mill impact driver. So we'll start on the left here. We got the Metabo. This is the 18 volt. It's a triple hammer, and it also has IP56 rating on it as well too. So I got this for about 150 bucks with the hammer drill, 2 3s, and a charger. So basically about 75 bucks for the kit, kind of all in. Not a bad deal there for what you get. It's easily going to be the second most powerful impact driver out of the 3 here. And overall, I do like using it. It's actually a pretty cool, pretty smooth impact driver to use. Moving over to the right here, I got the Milwaukee M18 Fuel Surge. Now, it's easily the least powerful and least or slowest RPMs out of the 3 here as well too. So, going to be a little bit slower putting in, most of your larger fasteners. But where it really shines is putting in a lot of the metal fasteners, self-tappers. It's an overall great impact driver for that. Very similar to the M18 Fuel, just the regular impact driver in the basically the settings down here. And it's going to be a little bit longer as well too than most other impact drivers with how the Surge works, using that hydraulic impacts. But that makes it a lot quieter, which is really cool. So moving on to the final one here is the Dewalt. Probably the most like a normal impact driver is going to be the Dewalt. The thing that makes it quite a bit different is just that it's pretty much the shortest impact driver you can pretty much buy. I know there's some pretty short ones that are 12 volt as well too, but this Dewalt is insanely short. It is actually still very powerful though, which is really cool, and it's the most powerful impact driver I've got in front of me here. Now I'm sure you're wondering, hey, I'm missing one here. I'm missing the Makita oil pulse impact driver, which is the same as the Milwaukee. The only reason I'm not including that is because just how expensive it is. It's over $200. I think it's like $220, $240 in that range. It's pretty expensive, and I cannot find a deal on it or anything, and I really don't even know anyone who has it. So I decided not to throw it in this video. If Makita wants to send me one, I can include it in the future, of course, but it's just not a good value for what it is, especially when you can pick up the M18 Fuel Surges for pretty cheap. I got this one for like 45, 55 bucks on eBay. Yeah, I had to clean up a little bit, but overall it's a fantastic deal, still under warranty, and it's overall a great deal compared to the Makita that's going to be almost 4 times the price for pretty similar specs there. So of course we know who's going to win when we do any of comparisons here in just overall speed, but it's not always about speed when it comes to tools. It's about a lot about comfort, durability, and which tool you're going to grab first. You might have one that might be more powerful like the DeWalt, but if you're putting in fasteners and a nice soft material, that Milwaukee is going to be fantastic. And let me show you what I mean here. I've got just some assorted fasteners over here, and let us put in just a regular, I got basically just a regular smaller screw here, wet self-drilling. And this Milwaukee is really cool. If you've never used one of the Surges, you definitely got to try them out. I really like these things a lot. So check this out. Something you can't do with a regular impact driver is, I'm going to be going now in 3, but I'm going to put it down to, let's go down to 1 here. And I'm going to go in, look how slow I can go. And you can see that how many times it's impacting every time I go there. So you can do a really precise, really clean as you're putting in a screw or you're pulling out a screw. These are just amazing with how well they can drive in a screw or even remove a screw with such precision with these oil impact drivers. Now if I go over to the Metabo with the triple hammer, let's show that again, but I'm going to do just a triple hammer and we'll see what that does. Let me put this all the way on, go down to speed 1 here, just like that Surge. Let's see what happens here with the triple hammer. it doesn't even want to impact until it gets moving, which is one of the big advantages of those oil impact drivers, where it can keep impacting even though it's not actually moving. That's a really cool feature with a lot of those. Now, of course, if you're doing more work where you need to be in more compact areas, the Dewalt is a fantastic solution for that. This thing was probably the most expensive out of all the three. I paid $200. I got 2 5s with it, and that was part of one of those Home Depot deals. And it was a fantastic deal for $200. 2 5s, you get a charger, and then, of course, you get the impact driver. Now we're looking at all three of these. It's not going to be like one is going to take all, per se. It's really going to be what you're doing. I used the Metabo when I was working on my fence. I built an entire fence with my Metabo. I really like the triple hammer action to that. It's very smooth. You're doing hundreds of screws non-stop. And of course, it's IP56 rated. A couple times, it started raining a little bit. I want to finish up getting a board on, and got a little wet out there. But you don't need to worry about that with a Metabo. You can literally rinse this thing off, and it's totally fine. Dust, dirt, water, doesn't matter at all. So overall, the Metabo, pretty good value. You can find them really cheap, especially when they go on sale. And they actually came with a new version for the 36-volt line. It's a little expensive. I haven't really found it in stores yet, but I found it online for about $300 with a battery and a kit as well. So really like the Metabo stuff. The triple hammer is just fantastic. Moving over to the Milwaukee, the Surge is just fantastic as well. Super quiet, especially if you're working around metal, or you're working in say a metal enclosure, and you need to impact a few things, maybe put in a few Tapcons. That's where the Milwaukee really shines. This is not super loud like a lot of the other impact drivers that are doing metal on metal impacts. That oil drive is just fantastic for keeping things quiet and keeping things precise. So that's really where those shine, as well as going super compact with the Dewalt. If you're in tight areas, I know I did some work on a screen enclosure, and there's some tight spots in there where you really need to get a small impact driver in there. You might reach for a 12-volt, but Dewalt's new 20-volt stuff is absolutely fantastic. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video here on some of the out of the ordinary impact drivers, and what the pros and cons of those are. So I hope this helped, guys, and leave a comment below what you guys think, and take care.